I'm here at Cannes Lion. I'm Shepard Fairey, artist and graphic designer.
And I'm Pete Favat, Chief Creative Officer of Arnold Worldwide.
The thing that I think is most important when I'm trying to get a message out is making the visual compelling enough to make people care. There's so much that people are inundated with that no matter how good your message is, if it doesn't grab people's attention, then they'll never get to the heart of the message.
The same thing goes for marketing. I mean, Shepard's work, the type of work he does is engineered to get engagement and get people to pay attention and to get people to care. Same holds true for marketing. If you don't identify the tension and get people to understand what you're pushing against, that antagonist and that protagonist in the storyline, then people are not going to pay attention.
You know, I think things go in cycles. If there's sort of an unrealistic, feel-good situation that where there's a lot of negative things going on, I think that maybe it's time to do something that actually calls out the villains. When people are cynical, it's a good time to create something positive. I think that you know, understanding what's needed in that moment in time, what's happening in culture is extremely important, and I just try to look at it on a case-by-case basis in my work.
I agree. I think Shepard is an expert at identifying what's going on in culture, and I think it's interesting because there was so much negativity going on in a vast majority of the people in America about what was going on with the Bush administration, that to offer up hope and positivity, and there's another direction, is the reason why that poster really popped in culture. He tapped into the culture, he tapped into all of our feelings that were going on in America.
I think in the ideal situation, a company with a product that has merit, that's trying to promote that, if that utilizes strong art in their mission, that's very harmonious, that's very symbiotic. That's what I strive for. The kinds of jobs I take are always ones that I feel that I'm contributing creatively in a way I'm proud of that's also helping the people I'm working for. I just don't take work from anyone I have an ethical problem with. I turn down a lot of work. And in my own work that encourages people to question conspicuous consumption, I feel that you know, I can say I'm part of capitalism and there are aspects of capitalism that I like, but there are also aspects of capitalism to be cautious of, and please consume with discretion.
Marketing absolutely has a responsibility for that. In fact, what we try to do as often as possible is to try to get companies, our brands, the brands we work for, to understand that people are motivated more by what your brand or what your corporation is doing for the greater good of people. And there's a lot, we have bodies of work. If the company is participating in some worthy cause, it can strike a strong emotional chord in people to get them to want to purchase that product. The great thing about the digital age is that it's all out there, it's all transparent. If a company is up to no good, like in the 50s of dumping chemicals into rivers, that can't happen anymore because people find out about it right away. So the transparency of the age we're in right now, it's actually the best time to be in marketing and I think in art because everyone's aware of what's going on now. Those who are curious enough are aware. So we use that to our leverage. We leverage that.
Having the tools to overshare doesn't mean what you're sharing anyone's going to care about. That in the digital age, I think it's that much more important to make things that have attention, that have a power, that are provocative. You know, it's something that I think is timeless, but is more essential than ever now.
I hope we see more provocative work. I hope that people understand that making something that's provocative is just going to get more people to pay attention and to set up some filters of how do we get to more provocative work. I hope it helped a lot of the young people today to know that they don't have to play it safe, they don't have to be middle of the road, and that they should push the boundaries and push the edges of both sides.